Have you ever felt stuck in a season that just won't change? Like you're waiting on God, but nothing seems to be happening? Well, Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us that everything, yes, everything, happens in its perfect time. But what do you do while you wait? Let's talk about it. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful reminders in the Bible to be patient. Ecclesiastes 3:1, and it reads, "There is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens." So this passage lays out the truth that there's a time for everything in life, a time to cry, a time to laugh, a time to build, and a time to rest. But trusting God's timing, that's where the challenge is. If you've been struggling with patience, purpose, or just wondering, God, when will things change? Then this is the video for you. So number one, understanding God's timing. Just because something isn't happening right now doesn't mean that it never will. God's timing is strategic, not random. His delays are not necessarily denials. So for example, you've been working really hard in your business, but things are moving really slow. In fact, much slower than you expected, right? So you wonder, should I quit or should I keep pushing through? Now, instead of giving up, you could actually take the time to recognize that this season is about planting, not harvesting, and that God is preparing the right opportunities for you, even if you don't see them yet. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but there were several times that I actually wanted to quit the Hustle and Faith podcast. I felt like I was talking to myself. I wasn't necessarily sure if I was making an impact. And then lo and behold, slowly but surely, I started getting messages. I started getting approached by brands, and I shudder to think what would have happened if I gave up. So I'm here to tell you, regardless of how much you want to give up, just keep going, especially if it's something that you know in your heart that it's something that God wants you to do. Again, his delays are not necessarily denials. Number two, what do you do while you wait? Seasons of waiting aren't wasted. They're preparation periods. Focus on what God is teaching you now. Instead of dwelling in frustration, you can use your time wisely by growing spiritually, building strong friendships, and developing the gifts that God's given you. And last but not least, trust that God's plan is better. Sometimes what looks like a setback is actually God's protection because we don't always see the full picture, but God does. So say, for example, you prayed for a job promotion, but someone else got it. So you're disappointed, but later you find out that God was protecting you by not giving you that position. Through the grapevine, you end up finding out that dream job would have been a nightmare, okay? You end up finding out that job would have destroyed you due to the long hours. You would have burned out and you would have been stressed out as well. So then God ends up opening a door to a better opportunity that aligns with your purpose and value, all of which confirms that there's a time and place for everything. We just need to be patient and wait on God's timing. If this message resonates with you, be sure to like this video and share it with a friend, and subscribe to this channel for more faith-based content. And let me know in the comments, what season do you feel like you're in right now? Remember, if you're everything to everyone, you risk being no one. You never know who you will inspire. See you in the next video.